It happened 3 winters ago in a small rural town outside Columbus. The locals were used to fog. Thick winter fog that rolled across the empty farmland like a slow, creeping ocean. But what happened that night wasn't normal fog. At least that's what Daniel believes. Daniel had just finished a late shift at a warehouse outside town. It was almost 1:30 a.m. when he stepped out into the freezing night air. The parking lot lights glowed dimly through the fog. Not mist, not light haze. This fog was thick, so thick the beams from the streetlights looked like pale tunnels disappearing into nothing. Daniel pulled his jacket tighter and got into his car. The drive home normally took 20 minutes along an empty highway that cut straight through miles of farmland. But that night, the fog had swallowed everything. The road, the trees, even the sky. Daniel turned on his headlights, but the beams only bounced back at him like he was shining them into a white wall. Still, he started driving, slowly, 20 miles per hour. The highway was silent. No cars passed him. No headlights appeared in the distance. Just fog and darkness. For the first 10 minutes, nothing happened. Then Daniel noticed something strange. The radio. It had been playing music earlier, but now it was just static. Not ordinary static either. There was something strange about it, almost like faint voices hidden beneath the noise. He reached over and turned the radio off. The silence felt heavier. The fog outside seemed to press against the car windows. Then something appeared ahead of him. A figure, standing on the side of the road. Daniel slowed immediately. At first, he thought it was someone walking, maybe a hitchhiker. But as he got closer, he realized the figure wasn't moving, just standing there, perfectly still. The headlights finally revealed it. A man, or at least something shaped like one. Tall, thin, wearing what looked like an old coat. But the strange thing was the face. Daniel couldn't see it, not because of distance, because the fog seemed thicker around the head of the figure, almost like it was hiding it. Daniel felt a chill crawl down his spine. He didn't stop. He just drove past. As the figure disappeared behind him in the rearview mirror, Daniel heard something, a sound from the back seat, a soft shifting noise, like someone moving. He froze. His eyes slowly lifted to the rearview mirror. The back seat looked empty, but the fog outside had pressed against the rear windshield so thickly that it almost looked like something was leaning against the glass. Watching, Daniel's heart began to race. "Relax," he whispered to himself. "You're just tired." He kept driving. Another 5 minutes passed. Then suddenly, the GPS on his dashboard blinked. The screen went black. Then it restarted, but the map looked wrong. The highway line was gone. Instead, the screen just showed a blank gray field. Daniel frowned. He glanced up at the road again, and his stomach dropped. The highway was gone. The car was still moving forward, but the road markings had disappeared. No yellow lines, no white lines, just asphalt fading into fog. Daniel slammed the brakes. The car skidded slightly before stopping. His headlights illuminated nothing but thick fog and empty pavement. No signs, no buildings, no fences, nothing. He grabbed his phone. No signal. The fog outside began to move, slowly, swirling, and then Daniel saw them. Shapes, moving inside the fog. Dozens of them. Tall silhouettes walking through the mist. Not walking on the road, walking across it, like they were crossing some invisible street. Daniel's breathing became shallow. The figures moved slowly but steadily, and none of them looked at the car, until one did. A tall shape near the edge of the headlights stopped. Its head turned. Daniel couldn't see its face, but he felt it staring at him. Then it began walking toward the car. Daniel's hands shook violently. The figure kept getting closer, step, until it was only a few feet away. The headlights revealed the shape clearly now. It was tall, too tall. Its arms hung down far past its knees, and the fog around its head was so thick it looked like the head was dissolving. Daniel screamed and slammed the car into reverse. The tires screeched as he backed up blindly. Then he spun the wheel and hit the gas. The car shot forward down the highway. The fog outside suddenly grew even thicker. Shapes began appearing everywhere, walking beside the road, standing in fields, crossing the highway, hundreds of them. Daniel drove faster, 60 miles per hour. The figures blurred past his windows. Then suddenly, one appeared directly in front of the car. Daniel swerved violently. The car spun sideways, and everything went black. When Daniel woke up, the sun was rising. His car sat on the side of the highway. The fog was gone. The road looked completely normal, and there were no marks on the car. No damage. Nothing. His phone had signal again, and the GPS worked normally. Daniel told the police what happened. They assumed he had fallen asleep while driving, but Daniel knows he didn't, because of one thing he found later that morning. When he opened the back door of his car, there were wet footprints on the seat, leading from the rear windshield to the passenger door. Footprints that looked almost human, except they were far too long. Daniel refuses to drive that highway at night now, but occasionally during winter, when the fog rolls in across the farmland, drivers report seeing something strange. Tall figures, walking silently through the fog, and sometimes one of them stops, turns its head, and looks directly into the car.